For today's video, I'm going to be doing a comparison video between the Love wedding band ring and the Juste Clou or nail ring from Cartier. I actually happen to have both of them, so I'm just going to give you an overall pricing difference, comfort and quality between the two, and which one I prefer overall. So if this is something that you're interested in, you should definitely keep on watching this video. And welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie here on YouTube, and if you like luxury fashion lifestyle videos, then you should definitely hit that subscribe button down below and hit that bell to get notified when I upload new videos. So the first thing that I want to talk about is sizing. So as far as sizing between the nail ring and the Love wedding band ring, the Juste Clou or nail ring tends to go a lot bigger as far as sizing, so you want to probably size down when it comes to this ring versus the Love wedding band ring. I feel like tends to run a little bit on the small size, so you might have to get a bigger size than you normally would get for the Love wedding band ring. One thing that I would definitely recommend when it comes to sizing for these rings, because I said they are pretty tricky and some run small and some run big, I would highly recommend to go to the actual Cartier store and try it on. Also, just because your opinion may change, like mine, I for sure thought I was just gonna go straight for the Love ring and that's what I was going to buy, but then as soon as I tried on the Juste Clou ring, it just completely changed my mind and I liked it a lot better on me. So I think that would be my biggest advice to you guys, is just to go to the store. Even if you don't have a local one, I would say it's definitely worth the trip if it is, say, an hour away, just so you can get an idea of the sizing and just overall which one looks better on your hand. Next, I just want to talk about pricing. So as far as pricing, these two are pretty similar in pricing. So for the nail ring, let me just look it up for you guys really quickly. The nail ring prices at $1,240 US dollars, and then the Love wedding band ring prices at $1,170. So there isn't really that much of a big jump when it comes to pricing. So if that's something that you were curious on or was holding back between the two, I would say they're pretty similar. So you definitely just have to choose which one you like more. So as far as quality and comfort, so first I'm just going to talk about the Juste Clou ring. So as you can tell, there's already kind of a U shape where it double wraps around your finger. So for this one, I would say as far as comfort, it can be kind of uncomfortable, especially when it starts to get hot and your fingers tend to swell. So I feel sometimes I can feel this top part of the ring pressing in more a little bit on my finger, but that's very rare when that happens. If it's super hot outside and I've been wearing it for 8 hours plus, I guess that tends to happen. So sometimes I just kind of have to move it around or take it off for a little bit, but for the most part it is pretty comfy. Then another big thing that I really like about the Juste Clou ring is that it is very not prone to beginning to get scratches. This ring will keep its shininess and keep the same goldness to it throughout the entire time of wearing it, regardless of washing your hands, putting on lotion, any of that stuff. It definitely just keeps its quality when it comes to this one. So honestly, in my opinion, when I was buying or looking into both of these rings, I actually ended up getting this ring first, because that's definitely one thing that I thought was going to bother me, or if I was going to wear it every day, I would have preferred getting the nail ring instead. Now, as far as the Love wedding band ring, so this one I kind of had a hate-love relationship with, because I feel it's very advertised a lot in the influencer community. You will always see all the influencers wearing a bunch of them, stacking them. You'll just see it a lot on Instagram as well. So I feel because I kept seeing it around me, I was just oh, it's so pretty, I want to go to the store and try it on. So sure enough, when I went to the store and tried it on and I was debating between the Juste Clou and the Love wedding band ring, like I said, I was drawn towards more the Juste Clou ring. For some reason, I didn't really like the look of the Love wedding band on me. I did try the thicker one, which is just the Love ring, and then I tried the Love wedding band. Like I said, I don't know what it was. Maybe because I was looking on my index finger for it. I just didn't really like it, and I felt like it didn't really suit me that well. But I think the more and more I started doing more research on it, one thing that really changed my mind and why I ended up getting for the Love wedding band ring is because of these two rings that I stack it with. So I ended up getting these two like all around stud silver rings from Ana Luisa, and that just completely changed my opinion on it. I was like, oh my god, it looks so much better now. Like, I feel like it's more my taste and it just like pops more. I do want to show you guys like without these two rings, just so you can kind of like get an idea of what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is what it looks like without the studs, or the two rings I usually stack it with. Still super nice, but like I said, it's just not as popping as when I do put those other two rings. But like I said though too, when I first went to the store, I was trying it on my index finger, and maybe that was the case. I just didn't like it on my index finger, but as soon as I put it on my ring finger, I felt it looked a lot better overall. So that's another thing that I would keep in mind if you kind of wanted the Love wedding band or Love ring really badly, but then when you went to the store it wasn't that nice. I would definitely try stacking it. I know they actually do sell like these rings at the Cartier store too, so you could play around with it once you got there. So overall, when just looking at both of these rings, if I was to choose which one I prefer, I think it is kind of hard just because I do have them on two different fingers, and I do honestly tend to wear them more often than the other. But kind of like what I mentioned just before, I think I would still choose the Juste Clou over the Love ring, just because if you kind of like already look, I haven't had the Love ring for that long, but you're already starting to see some scratches, versus the Juste Clou. It's still really nice and intact and still like has its shininess. So I knew going into it already with buying the Love ring that would happen, but I think just adding in those extra rings to stack it helped me with saying, okay, like maybe it's not the biggest deal that there's going to be scratches on it and it won't look as nice. I think that is my overall thought of it too. Again, it really just depends on people's opinions, because I have heard other people say that they feel that the Love ring is a little bit more comfortable to wear versus the Juste Clou, because like as I mentioned, sometimes the nail can kind of dig into your hand if it's really hot outside and you've been wearing it for a really long time, where I guess that doesn't really happen with the Love ring. I mean, it definitely gets more like stuck, I feel like, with taking off the ring when it's really hot outside, but as far as like it like digging into you or like getting stuck on things, the Love ring is probably better than for if that's like if that's something that like bothers you with when wearing rings. But I think that's pretty much all that I have for you guys. Sorry, this was a really short review, but I kind of just wanted to get to the nitty-gritty details and kind of just do a quick review for you guys of the comparison between the two. If you do want to see a more in-depth review on both of these rings, I do have both of the unboxings of them on my channel, so you should definitely go and check that out just to get more detail on each of them. For this video, I pretty much just wanted to focus more on the comparison between the two. So that's all that I have for you guys. Hopefully you found this video helpful and you know which one you want after watching this video. And don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment down below if you have any other questions about the two rings, and I'll check you guys out in my next video. Bye!